Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you, every one of you for taking your precious time to join us tonight to attend tonight's webinar, The World's Unique Goji Garden. Okay, let me start by thanking EVG Network and my upline. Okay, I'm Charlie, your host for tonight's webinar. So before we actually go into tonight's webinar, okay, let's do some announcement. Okay, you will realize that your Zoom has been muted, okay, to prevent any interruption to the meeting. So we thank you for your cooperation. During the presentation, a lot of slides will be presented. Okay, so during this time, you can actually interact with us via the chat box function. And also later part, there will be a Q&A segment. And also during this time, if you have any question, you can actually raise your question via the chat box, or you can unmute your mic and raise your question directly. For those using mobile to view, you can actually maximize your reading experience by zooming into the slide, which you can actually see more clearer and much better. So as mentioned earlier, tonight we are talking about the world of unique Goji Garden. So Elite Global, after years of research and development, has found a rare and valuable fruit called black goji berry. And this black goji berry is very well known as a superfood in the Himalayan region. And not only that, it's packed with a lot of nutrition, which is very beneficial to the immune system. So having said that, so what are the benefits that this black goji berry can actually bring to our immune system? So without further ado, okay, let me pass the mic to Daniel and tell us all about it. So let us put our hands together for Daniel.
Hi, good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank EVG Network and my upline. My name is Daniel. So tonight, we are diving into the fascinating world of the black goji berries and its incredible health benefits. And let's explore why this rare fruit is capturing attention worldwide. So the black goji berry is not ordinary fruits. It grows in the Himalayas at high altitude between 8,800 and 9,800 feet. These berries are rare because they are difficult to grow and harvest, and the plants have very sharp thorns, and picking the fruits requires a special tooth like tweezers. This is why they are so precious, and also why they can be more expensive than the regular berries. Next, if you heard of a red goji berries, you might think that they are the healthiest options out there. But here's the twist. Black goji berries are actually much more powerful because they pack 3.5 times more polysaccharides, 2 times more polyphenol, 5 times more antioxidant power than the red goji berries. So think blueberries are the kings of antioxidants. You might want to think again. Black goji berries actually have 7 times more of the powerful antioxidants, which is the garlic acid, than the blueberries, which making it a very nutritional powerhouse. So here is something cool. The black goji berries can change color depending on what you mix it with. It goes purplish pink in the neutral or distilled water, pink in acidic drinks like the lemon juice, bluish purple in the alkaline drinks. So it's just like a tiny magic show in every berries. So now let's talk about inflammation, which is basically when your body is in the fight mode for too long. A few things that make this worse include high-calorie foods and highly processed foods, often contain all these additive, preservative, refined sugars, and unhealthy fats such as trans fat that can trigger all these inflammatory response in the body and contribute to the conditions such as obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. High omega-6 foods. Omega-6 fatty acids are essential fats that the body needs in the moderations. However, imbalance between the omega-6 and the omega-3 ratio promotes inflammation. So the ideal omega-6 and omega-3 ratios in a diet as a whole is between 1:1 and 4:1. And the ideal ratio of these two fatty acids in a cooking oil is 1:1. alcohol and smoking. So both can ramp up the inflammation in the body. And lack of sleep, not getting enough rest, actually increase the levels of inflammatory markers and can contribute to conditions such as the cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and the obesity. And yes, prolonged stress can actually trigger the release of a stress hormone like the cortisol, which can promote the inflammation when the levels remain elevated over time. So black goji berries aren't just tasty, they are loaded with anthocyanins. So the compounds that give them the rich dark color. So these anthocyanins are powerful when it's come to fighting the inflammation in the gut and in the colon and promote the growth of a healthy gut microbiota and even helps to keep our bones strong by promoting bone formation and preventing the bone loss. Hence, to prevent conditions such as the osteoporosis. So more reasons to love black goji berries. So beyond inflammation, these berries are amazing for prevents a fatty liver disease and reduce the heart disease risk factor like blood pressure, triglycerides, and the total cholesterol level. So GojiGarden isn't just about black goji berries. So they combine them with other amazing superfood to create a very unique blend. So some of the options you will love include GojiGarden Osmanthus, GojiGarden Yuzu, GojiGarden Rose, GojiGarden Coffee, and a decaffeinated coffee. So now let's talk about Osmanthus, which pair perfectly with the black goji berries. So this flower isn't just beautiful, it's also super healthy. So and commonly added to the tea for their natural fragrance. So osmanthus, superfood that helps to reduce the inflammation. So research has shown that the antioxidant content for osmanthus flowers help to reduce the lung inflammation by suppressing the IgE production, which to inhibit the histamine release and even stop the productions of all these inflammatory cytokines like the IL-4 and the IL-3. So osmanthus also a superfood that help in the weight management. So researchers have discovered that the fragrance of osmanthus help to suppress appetite, reduce food intake, and help in the weight management. Next, we are exploring the remarkable health benefits of yuzu, but it's a peel, okay? A citrus fruit that known for its rich phytochemical content and commonly found in the Japanese cuisine. So these natural compounds not only enhance flavor, but also offer a significant health advantages. So what are the health benefits of a yuzu peel? So research indicates that yuzu peel extract helps prevent the fatty liver disease and lower total cholesterol. In the mice that fed a high cholesterol diet, yuzu peel actually reduced the body weight, the liver fat, the liver weight, total cholesterol, and the LDL bad cholesterol. So researchers also discovered that yuzu helps prevent blood clot from blocking the arteries and reduce the risk of heart disease. And yuzu peel has been shown to reduce the insulin resistance and exacerbate the anti-diabetic effects. And this property make it a promising natural options for managing our blood sugar levels and improving the overall metabolic health. So what are the other health benefits of yuzu peel? So besides, yuzu peel is a potent source of many different phytochemicals that help to inhibit the growth of new blood vessels in cancer cells and block process that lead to cancer. Plus, it can protect your brain from the Alzheimer's diseases. Next, we have a perfect combinations of black goji berries, GojiGarden rose. So rose petal from the Damas rose combined with the black goji berries offer a powerhouse of antioxidant, which including the garlic acid, anthocyanin, camphorol, and quercetin. So perfect combinations of black goji berries and the GojiGarden rose. So these strong antioxidants actually play a vital role in scavenging the free radicals and delay the signs of aging. So extract from the damask rose petals also shows the antimicrobial activity against the various types of bacteria and antiviral activities, and it helps to defend against the infection. Besides, damask rose extract induces apoptosis, which is a cell death in a cancer cell and helps to prevent cancer. So now, next, we talk about coffee, which is a blend of premium coffee beans and the black goji berries. So who doesn't love coffee? So I believe everyone loves coffee. But what defines a cup of coffee? So origins of coffee beans, the type and blends of coffee beans, how is it roasted, roasting time, the amount of grind, and how is it brewed. All this defines a cup of good coffee. So I believe more attention should be given to this potential health risk of a coffee that includes these acrylamides and diterpenes in the coffee. So acrylamide is a chemicals that form in the food cooked at a very high temperature, which is more than 120 degrees Celsius for the extended periods, like barbecue, deep frying foods, French fry, and coffee that will result in a nerve damage and potential carcinogenic effect in the high doses. So diterpenes are the compounds that can raise our cholesterol level in our body by increasing the levels of cholesterol and carbo in the blood. So in coffee, acrylamide levels depends on the roasting temperature and the duration, which vary with each harvest. Therefore, each batch must be tested to ensure acrylamide levels stay within the safe limits. So here is the good news. GojiGarden coffee that we are going to talk about later blends the premium beans with a black goji berries. So it's packed with antioxidants and benefit without all this scary stuff. So life began after GojiGarden coffee. So the dose is the key. So regular consumptions of coffee may offer more benefits than harm over the long term. So the key lies in the moderations, and the dose is the key. So according to the US Food and Drug Administration FDA guideline, for most healthy adults, recommended safe dose of up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, or about 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day. So pregnant women are advised to limit their caffeine intake to less than 200 milligrams of caffeine per day, or about 1.5 cups of coffee a day. So life began after GojiGarden coffee. Recent findings shedding light on the health effects of coffee consumption. First of all, scientists discovered that coffee provides good sources of antioxidants in today's busy world. Drinking coffee not only increases our alertness, but also enhances our long-term memory. And a large prospective cohort study found that participants who consume 2 to 3 cups of coffee per day had lower risk of stroke and dementia. And the data from the study also shows that drinking 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day is associated with a decreased risk of Alzheimer's disease by about 65% in the later life. So caffeine may also protect against Parkinson's diseases. And researchers discovered that subjects consuming a large amount of coffee per day exhibit a significantly lower risk of Parkinson's disease compared to those non-drinkers. And in another cohort study done in the US, coffee consumption helps to prevent gallstones as well. Besides, coffee helps prevent a heart disease by lowering a protein that develops in the liver, which in turn can lower down the blood cholesterol and helps to reduce the cancer risk. So next, there are some unhealthy sources of caffeine, such as the energy drinks with 200 milligrams of caffeine compared to a cup of espresso that's only 65 milligrams of caffeine. So other sources can contain the dangerous amounts of caffeine, such as some natural weight loss supplements and energy boosting supplements. So this product claim that they are natural ingredients, But just because something is natural doesn't mean that it's safe. Concentrating the caffeine-containing plants such as the tea extract, guarana, yerba mate, guayusa can lead to high doses of caffeine that cause a negative side effect. So for example, the guarana plant has a very high concentrations of caffeine, much higher than the coffee. And it can contain up to 5.8% caffeine by weight, while coffee has only up to 2%. Additionally, there is insufficient evidence to show that caffeine is effective for the weight loss. So those weight loss supplements might not even work. So what are the side effects of too much caffeine? So some signs you are getting too much caffeine. First is a headache, insomnia, jitter, which means that extreme nervousness, irritability, frequent urinations, and a fast heartbeat. So each person actually reacts to caffeine differently. Those who do not regularly consume coffee, caffeine tends to be more sensitive to it. So what are the caffeine specs? Caffeine is actually not addictive. While caffeine can cause a physical dependence, it's not addictive. So if you stop taking caffeine abruptly, you might have some side effect from withdrawal. But these side effects are mild and subside after a few days. So caffeine does not causes the same severe side effect or seeking behavior that you might see with all drugs and alcohol. And thus, experts do not consider caffeine addictive. And you can drink coffee and still sleep well because caffeine is not dehydrating. Caffeine will not help you sober up, meaning it doesn't help to reduce the level of alcohol in the drinker bloodstream and make you less strong. And caffeine doesn't increase the risk of osteoporosis, and caffeine does not increase the risk of heart disease. Now let's look at the caffeine content of a GojiGarden coffee and the GojiGarden coffee decaffeinated compared to other products and teas. So each GojiGarden coffee sachet has just 69 milligrams of caffeine. So it's the perfect pick-me-up without overdoing it. And if you want to skip the caffeine altogether, the decaffeinated version has only 2.7 milligrams, and no flavorings has been added. So why is a coffee freeze-drying instead of spray-drying? So ever wonder why we use freeze-drying instead of spray-drying for our GojiGarden coffee? It's all about the longer shelf life, preserving the flavor, aroma, and the nutrients inside, and making sure that the coffee stays fresh longer. So freeze-drying also keeps more of the good stuff in the coffee, like the vitamins and the minerals. So to wrap up, the black goji berries is a true health champion with its rare nutrients and magical color-changing abilities. And when paired with other superfoods like osmanthus, yuzu, and rose, it's just like creating your own personalized health boost. And don't worry about coffee. Just remember, moderation is the key. Enjoy the energy and the benefit without going overboard. Thanks so much for your attention and wishing everyone good health. Thank you.
Sorry, my system a bit laggy. My apologies. Right. Anyway, thanks Daniel for his very detailed explanation on telling us what this black goji berry is all about. And also Daniel also mentioned that black goji berry is actually known as the king of anthocyanins. It's a very powerful anti-inflammatory effect. So that's the reason why it's known as the king of anthocyanins. And not only that, this black goji berry, right, is actually fused together with, we have this product with yuzu peel, we have this fused with rose, fused with osmanthus, and also fused with coffee. And talking about coffee makes me so excited because I'm a coffee lover, right? Yeah. And also Daniel has explained to us why coffee is important to our health, and basically, right, and basically clearing all the myth about this coffee. And the most important, right, in taking coffee, is the dosage. So as long as you control within the dosage, it is very beneficial for health. So once again, we thank Daniel for his detailed explanation about this black goji berry. So having said that, having heard about all this beneficial of this black goji berry, has anybody actually taken this black goji berry and then regain back their health or taken any nutritional immunology products to have a better health? In fact, of course, we have a lot. But tonight, we have invited Cindy. So Cindy, she was actually diagnosed with this heat rash. And also, after having heat rash, she went to the doctor to get diagnosed, and doctor prescribed steroid creams, but nothing worked out after that. So having said that, so how does Cindy regain her health via nutritional immunology products? So let's hear it from Cindy.
Hello everyone, I'm Cindy. Today I want to share my testimony with everyone. Last November, I was struggling with itchiness all over my neck. At first, I thought I was just a minor issue on my neck, so I didn't pay much attention to it. However, later on, the itchiness spread to my face, my nose, and my eye. And my eye will swell also. I wear a mask most of the time when I'm outside, as I feel embarrassed and difficult to face people. At first, I thought I was diagnosed with eczema. After visiting the doctor, it was confirmed that I was diagnosed with heat rash. Doctor said heat rash typically affects areas with high sweat production like the neck, chest, and skin fold, whereas eczema can occur anywhere on the body, but often appears on elbows, knees, and wrists, which I have not encountered yet. Doctor prescribed me with antibiotic drugs and steroid cream to relieve the itchiness. After I have learned nutritional immunology, the best doctor in the world is our immune system. Medication can temporarily relieve my itchiness, and not long after, it will come back again. So I know that this is the time I need even more nutrition to boost my immune system. I have been consuming a large amount of cactus, cordyceps mycelium, rose, soybean, physalis husk, and black goji berries. In just 4 days, I noticed that my neck and face was no longer red and itchiness. And I'm really happy with it. In addition, I've also received some bonus, such as my skin being more radiant. In the past, my eye would often feel painful, dry, and uncomfortable. But now I have found that even after staring at the computer all day at work, my eyes does not feel as painful and tired as they used to. I feel more confident and better about myself and my skin condition. Let me share my current photo compared with 20 years ago of myself. You can see my face look more radiant compared as 20 years ago of myself. I'm very happy of my current skin condition. I will end my sharing here. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy, for her sharing. So, Cindy, can I ask you a question? Just now you mentioned that you actually consume some of the superfood, right? That actually make you regain back your health. Can you share with us a bit more? Where can we actually find all these superfood that you mentioned?
Hi MC. This food can found at Elite Gobbler products, including Rhapsody, Rosy Thyme, Soy Green, Immunity, Berry Beet, GojiGarden. I consume 50 ml of Rhapsody, 50 ml of Rosy Thyme, a pack of Immunity, a pack of Soy Green, a pack of Berry Beet, and 3 packets of GojiGarden daily. These food have helped me gain my health and now my neck fully recover. I'm very grateful to Dr. Chen for inventing such a nutritious food products that have helped me regain my health. Thank you, everyone.
Once again, we thank Cindy for regaining back her health via taking elite products. Okay, so including those, among all the products that she mentioned, I saw there's actually GojiGarden that she mentioned. She took 3 packets a day. That's the reason, one of the reasons why she actually regained back her health. So once again, we thank her, okay, for taking all these products and becoming healthier by the day. So let me bring our disclaimer to you. Okay, elite products are plant-based food which are very beneficial for health maintenance. However, elite does not advocate any form of self-diagnosis or medical treatment. If you have any medical condition, please seek professional medical help. All right, now we actually have come to the segment which is always my favorite, which is the Q&A segment. Remember earlier on, I mentioned that if you have anything that you'd like to ask, right, you can actually take this time now to raise a question via the chat box, or you can actually voice out via the mic. But due to time constraints, every individual is only entitled to 1 question. So if you have any, right, this will be the time to raise a question. Okay, in fact, okay, I think I saw a question. Just let me read out. It's kind of a long question. Just give me a second. Okay, my friend prefers to consume goji berries in their original dry form as found in the market. She feels it's safer to see the whole fruit rather than the powdered form from GojiGarden, believing that the powdered version may have undergone a chemical process. How can I explain that GojiGarden's powdered form is just as wholesome and even safer? It's a very good detailed question. So anybody from our Q&A team, right, can actually help this friend to answer her question?
Thanks, Charlie. Yes, I can help to answer this question. I also have met similar queries from friends on whether there is any chemical process involved in the product. Hi everyone, my name is Denise. First, let us understand how the ingredients of GojiGarden are being processed. How are the ingredients of GojiGarden produced? All ingredients are produced through freeze-dried and no preservatives are added. So how does the freeze-drying process work? Freeze-drying is a unique process involving freezing and dehydrating the product under low pressure. The product is first rapidly cooled to about minus 50 degrees. The pressure is then lowered to near vacuum and heat is applied. In this ultra-low temperature and near vacuum environment, the water in the product sublimates directly from solid to gas, which is ice to water vapor. Finally, the water vapor is removed. The entire process takes several days and is time-consuming and expensive. So what happens during the freeze-drying process? The freeze-drying process bypasses the liquid state and supplies directly from a solid to gas state. The water vapor is removed during the process. The benefits of freeze-drying. It removes 98 to 99% of the moisture content, which is superior to other methods. It also extends the product's shelf life. The product will become lighter, maximally preserve the product's nutritional content. It also helps maintain the product's original color, shape, and taste. So how does freeze-drying differ from other drying methods? Freeze-drying contains moisture with less than 5%, making it very light. In comparison, most dried fruits on the market have a moisture content of around 15 to 25%. And GojiGarden freeze-drying process takes approximately 42 to 44 hours, which is about 2 days. So how weight changes for different ingredients after freeze-drying? From the table here, we can see that a 4.6 kg of black goji berries becomes 1 kg after freeze-drying. 6.5 kg of osmanthus becomes 1 kg. A 9.5 kg of yuzu peel becomes 1 kg. 7 kg of rose petals becomes 1 kg. The nutritional immunology products, we are committed to excellence. Elite factories are GMP certified and have achieved Gold Award for Food Safety Excellence by Singapore Food Agencies. Only food factories with A grading for 15 consecutive years are bestowed the Gold Award under SFA Food Factory Grading System. All product ingredients follow strict and advanced processing technologies and undergo more than 2,000 safety tests. Every raw material is tested for microbial and heavy metal content to ensure they are within specifications. All materials that do not meet the specification will be rejected and disposed of. To sum it up, freeze drying is a method that is superior to other methods which can extend the shelf life of the ingredients, yet maintaining the nutritional content, even the taste, color, and the shape. It is light and is convenient to always bring it along with you. And with that, I end my sharing today. Thank you.
Thanks, Denise, for the detailed explanation on why, why our powdered form is just or even better than wholesome, and even not only better, it's even more safer. So because of our explanation, all the processes that the Elite Global take to process out the the product. So well, anybody have any more question, you can actually take this time to actually raise a question. Just how I saw there are some, during the presentation, we have a lot of interaction there. We have friends say Cindy look much better now. Of course, not only look much better, even more beautiful after taking the products. I'm sure you all agree. Yeah, see much more radiant with the products. I'm sure you can see from the difference, right? That's the reason why it's so important to take Elite Global products, because of the processes and the products that they actually do right. It brings a lot of beneficial to our immune system. Yeah, and not only that. And no need that there's a business opportunity. Later part I'll explain. All right. So if you have any more question, please quickly take this time to raise a question. If don't have, I will take this time to close off the Q&A segment and we will proceed to the last part. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, seems like no more question to ask. Right. So with that, we have closed off the Q&A segment and we'll do the closing part. So just now remember I told you that Elite Global not only produce Elite nutrition innovative products for our health benefit. Elite Global also is a business opportunity. Not only that, Elite Global also bring us to expedition trip every year. So this is something that excites everybody because this is a free trip. So which country Elite Global is going to bring us to? So without further ado, I'm going to pass it to AV team, and please watch the video and enjoy.